Hello YouTubers, wizards, witches and muggles. You've obviously clicked on this video with the title Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone, Cosplay, Sorcerer's Stone. I've not made it up yet, but I just wanted to share with you some of the props that I've been making, in particular ones that I've been enjoying doing so far. I've been trawling the internet and YouTube for some really good props to use to display, but also as part of a cosplay. I do a Snape, my son does a Harry Potter. The reason why I'm doing this video and why I've got so interested in it is I bought this Harry Potter copy for 30p in a charity shop about 4 months ago, and we've been reading them and enjoying them so much that we've decided to include Harry Potter in our lives. So without further ado, and without going too much of my story, I thought I would show you a little prop that I've made. I got this idea from another YouTuber. I'll add the link. I'll just do a little unwrap. It is a Philosopher's Stone. What I like about this is it roughly cost me about 80 pence to make. I already had some of the materials, but if you don't have the materials and you want to invest in one of the two bits that I got, they'll last forever. I plan to make several of these and give them out at a Comic-Con in October to Harry Potter fans. So what I'll do is I'll change camera angle and we'll do a bit where I can talk you through this. What I've enjoyed about doing this is the size and the quality. It looks really nice. It's such a lovely gift to give, and you can wrap it up just with any old bit of brown paper and a bit of string. And I purchased some gift tags from eBay just to write to people or write a little warning on there. Keep safe is this one that I like. The things I enjoy doing about this is the speed, the cost, and the effect. It does look really nice, and I tried to find a Philosopher's Stone on eBay or the internet to buy, and I just really didn't come up with anything. So price wise excellent, quality excellent. It's been dropped a few times, it stayed there. What I will say is, whilst making this, leave plenty of time to dry when coating it, and also use a well ventilated area. I just do outside, and I mean it's August at the moment, it's been raining in England, so try and do it on a dry day, and don't rush it. The longer you leave the better it looks, really. What I'll do is I'll change angle and I'll show you in a bit more detail from this. If people like this video, like this idea, I will put a link into the original video I saw it from, because without that I wouldn't have this little prop. And I'll also go through some of my other prop ideas that I've had. Anyway, I'll stop wittering on, and I'll see you in a second. So this is the stone in close-up detail. As you can see, the light catching the edges despite a change in appearance. So a fellow YouTuber got me onto the idea of painting decorative stone. Now this is a piece of rough cut quartz, not the same colour as a Philosopher's Stone obviously, but I picked it up for 60p in a local shop that sells stones and charms and things. In fact, I like them so much, I bought several, and I was lucky enough to venture into my local pound store or pound shop and picked up this little item. It's a quick dry nail polish. Now I don't know if it will focus or if I'm expecting too much from my camera. Oh, nearly got it. It is a ruby red. Now I do tend to hold my breath on things that cost £1. So I also picked up a pillar box red as well. the different, very subtle differences, but I have to say I chose the ruby red first, and it was amazing in comparison. This is actually a ruby red. What I thought I'd do is make another one. I like this stone here, so I was going to start this off, do some coats, and take you through the steps to make it look like this. So please bear with me. So my space of choice for doing this is outside. It's a lovely sunny day right now, so well, this could all change, but I thought I'd give it a single coat. It's best to be outside because you do have the nail varnish open for quite some time, and you do apply quite a lot on one coat. So I'm just going to pause the camera for now, do the filming, and show the finished product. Oh, and can I just give a tip? The colder the nail varnish, the smoother the coat. So it may sound strange, but if you'd like to store your nail varnish in the fridge or refrigerator, wherever you're from, for a little while till it feels cold to the touch, it goes on a lot smoother and easier, and that applies for toenails as well, apparently I've been told. Okay then, I'll pause the video and see how it goes with the first coat. So that took about a minute and a half. What I try not to do is go over any gaps that I've missed once it started to gum and dry, because it just starts to go tacky, and you can start seeing the brush strokes. So I'm just going to let the top coat of this side dry, and then I can turn it over and do another coat. The question I have is whether to do one coat or two. If you do one coat and you hold it up to the light, it's a lot clearer, but it's a bit pinker. If you do two coats, then it's a bit darker holding up to the light, and but redder. So I tend to go for two coats and leave a good drying time in between. So I won't bore you with that bit, but I'll finish that, and we'll see how the finished product looks. So it's been about 8 minutes. I got a bit sidetracked and doing another little project to show you after this, and it's gone on very well. You can see the original coats colour underneath. This one will be painted next, and then I'll do another coat, and then I'll show you the next step. So this is the finished stone after two coats. As you can see, it still catches the light, which I like. In showing you the other stone, it started to rain, so what started off as a blue day to do some painting ended up in me finding my stone and the cardboard mat covered in rain. So that's a lesson to me, and I think prop builders: check the weather forecast and keep your eye on your props, don't get distracted. So the next stage is to add what I like is this little black detail. Again, this is from the video tip. I forget how they did it, but what I tend to do is work a couple of sides at the time, and I'm just adding standard black acrylic. I picked it up from again another pound shop. So what you tend to do is you can wear gloves. It's just acrylic paint, so I tend to rub it on, and it will again just rub off and start to add that, I think, that detail that kind of comes through. So what I like also is that it will find its way into any of the imperfections in the rough cut quartz. If you don't like it, if you think you've done too much, just go back over it and find another spot, a scratch or a mark. And the thing I like about the acrylic, there we go, is that it dries in no time. Now what I have found is that when this acrylic dries, it goes very, very chalky, like the stone stays shiny and the acrylic black just dulls. I don't know if it's the brand I've got or if there's a different type of acrylic. So, but what I have done, and I use on all my props that I make, from foam armour to Philosopher's stones, I've started using, let me just lift this up, I want to show you properly, this. It's a crystal clear acrylic spray coating. What this does is really brings out the black and the red, and I think adds a little nice coat to it. So especially with some of the foam armour, and I've made a few wands, I think it just gives it that added little protection. Now I may be completely wrong about that, but I just think it finishes it quite nicely. The challenge is I've used it on this Philosopher's stone, and I don't think the camera picks it up at all. So what I'm going to do is, as it's stopped raining again, I'm going to finish it off and then just quickly whiz through the rest of the packaging. So this is the finished stone. All in all, I would say it has taken me drying time about 40 minutes for 2 coats of nail varnish, a bit of acrylic black paint and some acrylic crystal clear spray. It's quicker than I normally would do, but still it's you can see that. Just to rush through the last bits. Brown paper really brings it out. I would like a bit of a rougher twine. I think this one looks very too neat for me. I'd like a really bristly one, but this is the only one I had. And again, I try to keep costs down. What I think I will do is just try and find a way of fraying it a bit. But if you have an old bit of twine string lying around, I think that would look wonderful. I got these 50 pack of labels from eBay. I think they're the perfect size. I wasn't too sure how big they would be, even though I measured them. And what I practiced on a few is writing what I would say would be a nice way of kind of my keep safe sign. So I ended up on that. I did practice on other bits of paper, but I also wanted to see what it looked like. So I've ended up on that one. The finishing article just gets wrapped. I think higgledy-piggledy, crushed up. Add the string, nice little bow, not too long. Thread this through the string whilst tying it together, and you've got your Philosopher's Stone. I think it would make a perfect birthday present or gift for any Harry Potter fan, any age. What I will do want to say is please read all the safety instructions on these products. I can't stress enough how much of a ventilated space I think you need when using products like nail varnish, and especially this crystal clear acrylic spray. It really can linger, and I think can be quite overpowering. If you like this video, and you've probably fast forwarded some of the talking bits, just to say this is how to turn one of these into one of these. Obviously this is my first video. I hope it's not my last, depending on how nice people are about the comments. I look to show you how, from some other ideas on YouTube, how I turned one of these needles into a wand, and some of the other ideas I've come up with. So I hope you've enjoyed, and good luck making your Philosopher's Sorcerer's Stone.